If you act like a boy, where you have the same habits and attitudes as a teenager when you're a grown man, how can you expect the world to respect and view you as a man? Today, more than ever before, there are men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and even older who act exactly like they're teenagers. They sleep in, spend hours glued to their phone, they eat garbage food, and they live a life that makes them hate themselves. And then they wonder why they're depressed, why they're anxious, why women won't want to date them, why no one, not even their own family, takes them seriously. The truth is that if you live like a boy, if you have the habits of a boy, the world is going to treat you like a boy. And the worst part is that most men who live like this don't even realize it. They think they're a man because they can go out and drink alcohol, or they grow a beard, or they wear flannel. However, they waste time, they chase distractions more than anything, and they avoid personal responsibility like the plague. Does that sound like what a man would do? You don't become a man when you turn 18, or when you get a driving license, or when you get your first job, or when you pay taxes. You become a masculine man through your daily life, through decisions that you make, through how you present yourself, through how other people view you, and through your daily habits. Now, a boy's daily habits will slowly destroy him and cause him to become worse and worse and worse as time goes on. However, a masculine man's habits will make him sharper, more focused, stronger, and more successful as more time goes on. In this video, we're going to cover the exact habits that separate the weak boys who hate their lives from the masculine men who live such fulfilling, amazing lives where they have everything they could possibly want. Now, the first habit is sleeping in versus seizing the day. Now, does your morning look like this, where your alarm sounds and then you hit snooze and you roll back over to sleep? Your alarm sounds again and you hit snooze and you go back to sleep. Before you've even woken up, you failed that day because you've broken your promise to yourself that you would wake up at that time, that you would wake up early. And then once you've finally woken up, do you then immediately grab your phone and start scrolling? When you start your day off with scrolling, you're pulled into distractions from the start, and your dopamine reward system, which is what causes you to work hard, which is what motivates you to work, will immediately be sent into overdrive and won't allow you to work or go to the gym. How can you expect to have a productive day when it's got off to such a bad start? However, masculine men will wake up immediately, even when they're tired and want to sleep in, and start off their day productively by following their morning routine that causes them to improve their mind and their mental health and their productivity. Masculine men wake up with purpose. They have things to do, they have routines to follow, and they can do this by prioritizing their mental focus. So they ban themselves from their phones for the first hour of their day whilst they're preparing for the most productive, most successful day possible. So whilst everyone else is asleep, the masculine man has already meditated, he's already journaled, he's already ready to go to the gym or sit down and do some work. Whenever I'm struggling with actually getting out of bed, I remember this quote from Ilya Taporia. You have two choices right now. Keep dreaming with your dreams or wake up and make them a reality. As a man, you should always choose that second option of making your daily life the best it can possibly be. Now, the second habit is all about your diet. Most men eat like shit. They don't take their nutrition seriously at all. They skip meals, they binge junk food, energy drinks, and snacks all day. Throughout university, many of my friends' whole diets comprised of Tesco ready meals, oven pizza from Lidl, and alcohol. So not only are you destroying your body when you eat like this, but you're also destroying your mind and your productivity at the exact same time. Because food isn't just something you need to live. It's not just something that you need in order for your body to work. It's the fuel that drives your focus, your discipline, your motivation. This is why so many young men are unmotivated and anxious, because their diet is ruining their productivity and psychology. They can't focus even though they want to. However, the masculine man prioritizes his nutrition, and that allows him to work harder than everyone else. Masculine men eat high protein meals so they can build the most muscle possible. They eat whole foods so they can have energy and mental clarity. They fast for the first part of the day until they've already finished their morning routine and have been productive. And then they reward themselves with food. Food isn't just an obligation, it's a reward for work. And the third habit is fashion. Boys dress for comfort. Weak feminine men dress for comfort, whilst men dress to impress. If you look around at most men, they wear sweatpants, they wear joggers, they wear graphic tees with video games on them, they wear baggy hoodies everywhere they go. They go to the shop, to class, on dates, to the club, to bars. They signal to everyone that they don't care what you think of them. They don't care how you perceive them. They don't care if you think they're sloppy or lazy, or that they don't care about how they present themselves. It's absolutely pathetic. However, masculine men understand that how you dress and present yourself, even how your body language is, signals to everyone around you that you do care about your life, that you want people to think that you're someone to be respected, because you respect yourself enough to want to dress well and want to look as good as you possibly can look. Now, you don't need to wear a three-piece suit everywhere or wear designer clothes or super expensive stuff. But what you need is clothes that fit you well and convey that you are someone who respects himself, who actually cares how he looks. Because you never know who you're going to run into. You could see a beautiful woman who could become your future wife when you're out in Tesco. But because you're dressed badly, because you didn't shave your beard properly, because you didn't comb or style your hair properly, you feel embarrassed and you feel that you're not good enough to go up and speak to her. You've just lost that future life where you could have been so happy just because you didn't care about how you presented yourself. Now, the fourth habit is all about being present. Weak men are prisoners to their past. They replay the breakup they had with the ex-girlfriend. They replay the friend who betrayed them in their mind. They obsess over the boss who fired them, or the opportunity that they should have had but missed. All day, every day, in their head, they're thinking about things in the past, things that they have no control over, things that they can't possibly change unless they got a time machine. And that's why a lot of men are depressed and anxious, because they constantly are thinking back to, oh, I remember my ex-girlfriend from 5 years ago when she broke my heart and made me feel meaningless. And they stew over that every single day. And this is something that I've had to deal with in the past as well. But here's the truth. Every time you replay that old memory, you strengthen the neural pathway in your brain between you right now and that thing you hate, that past memory that you hate so much. Every time you think about it, you're going to be more likely to go in between that. Neuroscience is clear. Your brain cannot tell the difference between reliving something in your head and living it in reality. So if you're constantly thinking of your friend that backstabbed you, that girlfriend that broke your heart, that missed opportunity, you're replaying that pain every single day. It's like you're being broken up with for every day for years and years and years if you can't learn to just leave the past where it is. By constantly looking backwards into the past, you trap yourself in an emotional loop that keeps you angry, bitter, and powerless over your life. However, masculine men move differently. They accept that the past is untouchable. They can never go back to that relationship they had. They can never rekindle things with their friends if they don't want to. They use that pain from the past as a way to motivate themselves to become so strong that they won't have to go through it again in the future. So instead of clinging onto the past so desperately, masculine men focus only on the present moment, on today. They know that they can only control what they do today. They can only control what they do from the time when they woke up to the time they go to sleep. But that one day of focus, purposeful work compounds into weeks, into months, into years of growth and success. That's how you build a future life that's completely unrecognizable compared to your past, and how you have the ultimate revenge on those people who broke your heart or stabbed you in the back in the past. Now, the fifth habit is drifting through life versus purposeful action. Now, this is the habit that separates men from boys more than anything. Most men nowadays have no idea what they want to do in life. They go to school because they're forced to. They work at jobs they hate for bosses who treat them terribly. And in their free time, the only thing they want to do, the only thing they chase is comfort and pleasure. They go from scrolling to porn to video games to watching TV shows mindlessly. They just drift through life trying to make their life not seem meaningless. But this is what will lead to them feeling lost, depressed, and hating their life. Your life, it needs a story. It needs direction. You need to go through hardships and overcome them through sheer force of will. You need something in life that you're building and chasing that you feel is so meaningful, that is giving your life meaning, that you actually want to work hard on. This is your purpose in life. It's the meaningful work that you do every day, that you actually want to do, that will cause you to become the man you want to become and live the life you want to live. Now, this could be building a muscular physique, building a personal brand on social media, becoming a lawyer, writing a book, whatever it is. For example, my purpose is to post self-improvement YouTube videos exactly like this one that help teach young men how to improve their lives, how to build an aesthetic physique, how to improve their mental health, how to find their purpose, how to improve their looks, and how to live a life they love. So if you want to watch more self-improvement videos exactly like this one, subscribe to Unlimited Power today. Now, purpose doesn't just give you goals or something to do to take up time. It gives you unlimited power. It pulls you out of bed in the morning. It gives your suffering meaning. It actually calls you to want to work hard. It makes you resilient when things go wrong. This is the power of having a purpose, having a mission that you want to achieve more than anything. Now, thank you for watching, and if you learned the 5 habits that separate boys from masculine men, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to watch more self-improvement videos. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.